something called the infamous air injection system. So essentially what it is basically to help the catalyst converter during cold starts and whatnot to get more oxygen, in a sense, to heat up faster. I believe so. Don't correct me, but I will double check and I will try editing it into the video. A guy on YouTube who did a great explanation and like the science behind it, and he deleted his off his system, not off this car but off I think B7 or B6 series, but it's essentially the same system that we are deleting. I did talk to 034 and they said since the stage 2 plus programming does delete a bunch of the functions from like the cats and whatnot, it wouldn't really matter if these things existed. Okay, like these things throw an annoying code and it's kind of honestly a cluster if you think about it. So let me take the shields off real quick. They're just a bunch of 10 mils, and I'll show you guys what it is. The air injection system is essentially vacuum operated. 2 vacuum lines going, and has a control solenoid, everything like that, blah blah blah. So essentially what this system is, it essentially helps heat up the cats like I said, but this port right here where it goes into both heads actually have a port running through the entire head and to the front. It is essentially grabbing fresh air from the air injection pump, which is at the front of the engine, which is taking it off, bringing it in, and when the vacuum is open, it opens it and shoves fresh oxygen or air back into the exhaust system with it down back to the cats. Again, I'm terrible at explaining this. I will post a link on the explanation and science behind it. But we don't need this. This is like a whole cluster of things, and this does throw a bunch of codes for the air injection system and all that nonsense. So I will put a picture of the diagram of, I think it's Merc Racing's adapter kit and how they delete it. I will post that too, but let's get to taking this off. There are a bunch of D30. As you guys can see, the ports on these air injection systems get clogged with soot and just literally stop operating because it starts creating airflow codes. I don't know if it's not on this one, but I will show you on the head itself how it's set up over there. I want to show you guys the ports. That's the ports right there. So this runs through the entire back of the head where the exhaust valves run to, and where it dumps out to the exhaust manifold. It just runs straight through. I don't know if you guys can see the inside of the ports, but I'll try to get you guys can't see it as much, but it runs through essentially in this section right here. Sorry, in this section right here, and goes through, and it runs all the way to the front. You can see the soot building up. That's why these systems fail, because the soot builds up so much that it just gives out and it just stops throwing. It just stops, I guess, preventing air from going through and clogs up, and it throws that P0, I forget the code, but yeah, that's that.